Hello, hello, hello. For today's video, I am going to be chismeando, gossiping, telling you some gossip, while I brush your hair. So this is true stuff that I'm telling. It's not made up, but I wrote it down to organize my thoughts, and then also because I obviously changed names. If you hear that, it's my dog. I obviously changed names because I'm not going to use people's real names. So I wrote that. So I can remember. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna get started. I literally just got this shirt. Isn't it so funny? I love it. It's still too hot to wear it, but since I'm inside and it's just for the video, I wanted to put it on. Okay, so I'll get started brushing your hair with Chisme. Okay. I'm just gonna brush it out once first. This is, I'm going to tell you like the main people involved, the names. So it's about Peter, Melissa, and Amelia. Those are like the three main people. And then there's some other that I will just be referring to how they are related. So like Melissa's husband or whatever. Okay, so there's this guy named Peter, and he is a family friend of Amelia and Melissa. Amelia and Melissa are cousins, and they used to be really close, like basically sisters. They like hung out a lot with their other cousins. And then Peter came into their lives much later. They were all adults at this point, so they were friends when they were kids, Amelia and Melissa. And much later, they're adults. Okay, so sorry, I started this video already and there's a lot of noise, so I had to keep stopping. And they're very close, especially when they were younger. They would all hang out with other cousins, and you know how like big families work. Like people around the same age hang out, and yeah, so they're like friends, sisters kind of. So they used to be close. Now this is all happening now when they're adults. So then Peter is like a family friend, and he comes into their lives. He like, let me let my dog in, she's scratching. Okay, sorry, I keep being interrupted. Okay. So Peter came into their lives. He was having keep stopping. I think I was saying Peter goes to live with Amelia's mom. He lives there with his 2 young boys. They're like really little. And they all occasionally hang out. Pretty much just at, like, cause he lives there, so they're seeing him all the time. Amelia obviously goes there a lot because that's her mom's house. So whenever she goes to visit her mom, and her sister lives there too. So she goes to see her family, and then he's there. So they all hang out. So they become pretty good friends. And then Melissa babysits Peter's 2 boys when he needs to work or whatever he needs to do. So she sees him because of that, and then also whenever she's visiting. So I would say Peter's like polite, friendly with Melissa, but him and Amelia were more friends. So for context, Melissa and her husband are like that situation where they live together. They're still technically together, but they're like estranged, I would say. So they're like together, but only in like the technical sense. There was tension there, I guess you could say. Yeah, I don't know. That's just what was said. I don't live with them, so it's not like I know exactly their situation. So Melissa pretty quickly developed feelings for Peter. It also, like, I think was more intense because she loved his kids. So that probably contributed. She would tell him that if he wanted her to, she would leave her husband for him. He did not feel comfortable with this, and kind of like just to keep the peace in like the family dynamic. And then also I think just because, I mean, to be polite, but also I feel like because he was living there, you know, he had to keep seeing her, and he wanted, I guess, a babysitter. He would say like the reason he wasn't with her is because she was married, I guess. But it was more just like to play game. And like he was like friends with her husband because everyone knew each other, you know. So this did not deter her, however, and she became more and more infatuated with him. But not right here. Okay. And then because of this, she became more distant from Amelia. Amelia, however, had no feelings for Peter. They were pretty good friends, and they would hang out occasionally, you know. She also briefly dated his friend, so they would all go out together and hang out and stuff. But Melissa saw the time that she was spending with Peter, and she saw it as like a threat, like he likes her, not me. She got really jealous and hostile, distant with Amelia. She would like, I don't know, just not talk to her, and when she was around, it was was very tense and uncomfortable. Amelia, of course, continually explained to her that she did not have feelings for Peter. She, loves her, obviously, like, they were very close, and Amelia has no hard feelings towards her, so she just wanted to be friends again. She missed her. And she would tell her, like, there's nothing going on. But Melissa did not believe her. Eventually, Peter did move out of Amelia's mom's house and moved a pretty good distance away. It's not like out of state or anything, but like, it was a decent drive. And he refused to tell Melissa where he lived. She would often text him, call him, like, I'm talking like repeatedly, like a lot. And he would either ignore her, according to him, I don't know. He would either ignore her or repeatedly tell her that he was not interested in her that way. He still talked to Amelia. But they started, I mean, it was like he lived a good distance away, so it's not like they saw each other or anything. They would just talk on the phone and stuff. But they decided to basically keep their friendship a secret. I mean, it's not like anyone asked, I don't think. But they wouldn't talk about it. Like, they would pretend they didn't. Like, if someone knew something about them, they would pretend they didn't know that thing, like, directly from each other. Because it was just becoming too complicated, causing problems with Melissa, obviously, because she was like obsessed. And like, honestly, they were scared of her. Like, this wasn't like a normal crush. It was like, I don't know, it was intense. And obviously he was telling her no, so. After Melissa's husband passed away, so she became a widow, the intensity of what she was doing increased. I feel bad for her in a way, I guess, especially since her husband died. I don't know, she was just lonely, But anyway, she like increased the amount of time she was trying to contact him, and wouldn't just reach out to him, but somehow found his son's phone numbers. And at this point, I mean, this went on for years, so at this point they were older, still young kids, but old enough to have phones and stuff. So she would text them to get like information, basically. Say all of this reached its peak recently-ish, when Melissa's animosity, like how angry she was, I assume, started spreading to Amelia's mom and her sister. So they noticed she was like upset with them too. She wouldn't, like, it was just like something was in between them, I guess. She was being snippy and like hostile, and yeah, so they, I don't know, she was rude, angry all the time. So they confronted her about it and told her like it's unfair how she's treating them and why is she treating them that way, basically. And she said that it was unfair that they got to go visit Peter at his place, wherever he lived, because she didn't know at this point. And that she couldn't go visit him. him and her kids. Like, she wasn't allowed to know that, but they went to go visit. And like how they can stay in contact with him, and she wasn't allowed to be in contact with him. And they didn't know, like they hadn't told her that they had gone and visited, because it was like they kept that stuff from her because she would freak out. So they just assumed she had found out somehow, or I don't know. So they just like answered her as if she, because it was true, they did go visit him, but they didn't know she knew. And I don't know if she actually did find out, but we don't really know how she would find out. So we just assumed that she just kind of was like fishing for information, that she suspected they were still in contact with him, so she asked, and then obviously they confirmed. And then she continued to say that she had heard horrible things about Amelia. Like, she started, like, she said she heard rumors, I guess. I don't really know from who she was claiming these rumors came from. But basically that's why she was so angry, like, recently. And when they asked her to, like, what rumors did you hear? And, like, mind you, this is all being said to Amelia's mom. Like, she's telling her, Amelia's mom, I heard stuff about your daughter. Like, these awful things. And when they asked her, like, okay, well, like, what awful things? Like, give us some details. She would just keep saying, like, it was so terrible. It's so vile. Like, I can't even tell you what it is. Like, she couldn't even say it out loud, basically. Obviously making stuff up. Like, she couldn't even come up with a good lie. I don't know. So they realized pretty quickly she was just BSing, like, just spreading rumors. Couldn't even think of something to actually say. She basically said that her and Peter were in love, and that Amelia's mom and Amelia were standing in the way of them being together. And then Amelia's mom said that if that's true, then why don't they all just call Peter right now and confirm her story, because she was just tired of her acting this way, I guess. So she agreed. So they called him and they put it on speaker, and they told Melissa that she wasn't allowed to speak, so he wouldn't know she was there, which is like so, I'm sorry, that's like so, I don't know, messed up. It's juvenile, I guess, it's the only word I can think of. It sounds like a teenager, like teenagers did this. So they called him and they asked, or Amelia's mom asked him if he had feelings for Melissa, and if he led her on, basically, was what Melissa was saying, that he led her. And he said no, like, never. I've always been very clear that I was not interested in her. He said she's crazy. She's always calling me and texting me, and she won't leave me and my kids alone. And at this point, Melissa interjected, started speaking, and she said that he was lying, and that none of that's true, blah blah blah. And he said that he could confirm that he was telling the truth. He had all these texts, you know, all these times she tried to call, that he was not lying, he was telling the truth, that she's crazy. And then all she said was, like, fine, if this is like how you feel, whatever, then I want nothing to do with you anymore. Like I can't believe you treat me this way, basically. You led me on. So then they like hung up, I guess, and she proceeded to delete all her texts to him that she had on her phone. Like, she's telling Amelia's mom, like, I want nothing to do with him anymore. I wanted to, like, basically erase him from their lives. So she was deleting all the text messages. And I mean, at the time they didn't think about it, but now thinking, after thinking back on it, they were like, it's kind of weird that she decided to delete all those text messages, like, just to have him out of her life. Like, obviously, like now thinking about it, it's because there was proof on her phone that she was the one like harassing him, and she was trying to like delete that evidence, but she made it seem as if she was just like done with him, like he led her on and she didn't want anything to do with him anymore. So like later, Peter, like after this was all over, she went home, whatever. Later, Peter reached out to Amelia and said that, you know, like, what did they tell you? Like, are they like making me look bad? Because obviously they had three-way called him, basically. And she's like, no, it's fine, whatever. But honestly, they're both scared of Melissa. Like, they don't know what she's gonna do, how far she's gonna take it. She's clearly not in her right mind, and they think it's best they don't continue speaking for everyone involved, obviously. So they really don't talk anymore. And then also later, they found out, or at least Melissa did. I don't know if her mom or Amelia did. I didn't get the names mixed up this whole time. Amelia found out that Melissa had like a secret phone. She wasn't just texting Peter on her phone. She got like, I don't know what, like a burner phone. I don't even know. And she was using that to text him. So like he wouldn't recognize the number, basically. But obviously he found out. Level of commitment, like that sounds like a spy show or something. It was crazy to me. Anyway, that's pretty much the story so far, I guess. I don't really know. Hopefully nothing else happens with that. And everyone stay safe. These are all people I know, so it's not like made up. And I wish nothing but the best for these people, honestly. I hope that they all get a good resolution. I hope Melissa heals, seeks help. I don't know. I honestly don't know what she needs, but I feel bad. And obviously a little bit scared for Peter and Amelia. I think that's it. Let me look at my notes. Pretty sure that's it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's it. Okay. Let me just quickly brush this here. Okay. That's gonna be it for today's video. Hopefully this relaxed you, entertained you. I have a lot of weird, crazy stories. I don't know if they're crazy, but I think that's pretty weird, pretty crazy and weird. So if you guys like the gossipy videos, because I think they're entertaining. If you like them and want to hear more, I have a lot of other stories I could tell you guys. So let me know if that's something you're interested in. Like the video to let me know, or like comment, whatever.